YouTube, what's going on with it. Figure I'd do a little quick little live stream before going to work. You know, a lot been on my mind lately, you know. It's Christmas time and I ain't really in the Christmas spirit. This the this the second Christmas without my brother. This the first Christmas without my mom. So I ain't really feeling the holidays like that no more. You know, so hey, that's where I stand. You know, I ain't really saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to nobody. I ain't really feeling it. You know, just work, 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 work. Try to keep my mind focused on just work during this holiday time. You know. So with me, all of my immediate family gone. My mom dead, my brother dead, my dad dead, my grandma dead. So all my immediate family is no longer on this earth. So I ain't really feeling the holidays like that no more. You know, as y'all know, every Christmas we was together. We went to the in-law house, and all the aunts and uncles there. We all turning up, laughing, kicking, having fun. Got a movie on, but the talking in the room, the conversations around the room is louder than the TV. So we just looking at the TV, but not listening to it. You know what I mean? And you know, all the younger males in the family, we downstairs in the basement watching the game. You know what I mean? And this gonna be the second Christmas that we're not doing that. So I ain't really feeling things. You know, all day I've been on Facebook looking at old memories of me and my brother, just like all the fun we done had since I moved to Virginia and since we were reconnected. You know what I mean? Like wow, we done took a lot of pictures. We took a lot of pictures over the years, and like it's just man, it's still hurting away. You know that my brother ain't here no more, so I won't be celebrating Christmas this year. You know the problem in your life is not that everybody around. I'm trying to get somebody to take me to my mom's grave site. All the ones that supposedly took me to my mom's grave site for Thanksgiving, they had a different excuse since I was locked up. You know, I would have already known where my mom buried at, but everybody got a different excuse. So I plan to do what I should have did for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna ride to the city where my mom buried at, and I'm gonna find a wall of directory or find somebody on the groundsman or somebody. They say it should be a groundsman there that can direct me to where my mom buried at. So I'm gonna go there and check that out, you know, and go from there. That's what I got planned for Christmas. Go to my brother's grave site, you know, spend some time with him, go out there and vibe with him, you know. There's a lot to sit out there and talk to him about. A lot of new music out that I know he would have loved. All these new songs on the radio right now, or all these new songs on Apple Music, I know he would have been rocking with it. I know he'd have been flying down the road, jamming like I'm doing. You know what I mean? Especially the new Rod Wave and T Greasy voicemail. Y'all know he'd have been rocking with that very heavy. So you know that's why I ain't really in the holiday spirit like that. Excuse me. Because every year, the Saturday, the weekend before Christmas is when we go shopping. Me, him, his wife, we get in the Range Rover and we just take off. You know what I mean? We hit up the outlets, go out there, go shopping, spend a bag out there, talk, Kiki had kid jokes, pick out gifts for our mom every year at the outlet. Every year. It's always Old Navy. We buy what she needs, some new clothes, you know, for the winter season, whatnot. And then one of us would take it to her, or we both would link up and take the Christmas gift to my mom. You know what I mean? And now this year I'm not gonna be able to enjoy that. I'm not gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? That's why I ain't been to the outlet in so long. Like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to the outlet. You know what I mean? I got a lot of favorite stores in the outlet, like H&M, Express. Um, what's that store? What that store I want to shop in? True Religion. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different stores I like to shop at the outlet out here in Virginia, but I ain't been feeling going. Like on a regular basis, I get the short sets from Express on a regular. You know, all the deals they got going on. I think about going. Then I think about my brother. Like that was our store. He turned me on to Express. My brother's the reason that I wear name brand clothes. You know what I mean? Before I met him, I wasn't rocking name brand clothes. You know what I mean? But I see the big difference in your clothing. I see a big difference in your clothing when you rock a name brand versus versus clothes from City Trend and Burlington, I see the big difference. You know what I mean? So he the one talking about how to look good for less money. Express is expensive, but not too expensive. You know, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself. You know, he preached that a lot. Treat yourself. You work hard every day. Treat yourself. Take the time to treat you. Don't let paying bills and providing for your kids be the life of your story. Treat yourself. You want to live once. Treat yourself. And now here I am reminding myself of those same lessons. Treat yourself. You work hard every day. You know what I mean? Treat yourself. You want to live once. But every time I get one of these text messages from Express, look at this, Express Outlet. How many deals they sent so far? Just this month alone. You know what I mean? Like I get these short texts all the time because I have a membership to Express. 30% off, 50% off, 70% off. Like that's a lot off on $100 outfit. You know what I mean? And I got one Thursday, another one December 4th, November 29th, November 28th, November 26th. Like they just keep coming, and that was one of our favorites. Look at it. All we gotta do is text me on the outlet, and I already know where to go find them at either Express, the True Religion store, the Old Navy store for our mom, the Nike store. I already know what store to go find my brother at. Anytime he goes to the outlet, like he say pull up, we're at the outlet. I already know what store he in. And it's crazy. It's crazy that I know him that well. You know what I'm saying? And now, here it is. Here it is. Another Christmas without him. Another Christmas without him. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just crazy how much things done changed since he been gone. You know, get so many reminders, so many people in their feelings. They posting picture of him on Facebook. Like yo, all that like it's really got me in my feelings. Now I can understand why people get high, people drink with self control, and some people don't because it be so much on your mind, so much on your mind that you can't really discuss with people because nobody gonna understand it. Or if you do talk to people about what you're going through, what you're thinking about, they gonna find a way to turn the subject to them. You know what I mean? Like when you really want somebody to vent, you know what I mean? You ain't really got nobody to vent to, so you just get high. I'm not big on drink. I'm not big on smoking, so I just deal with it. I just let the thought take control. Like I just took a shower, jammed the same song over and over and over. Just think about my brother. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like the other day at work, I was sitting talking with a coworker. I came to work one day last week and like, where's so and so? I'm ready to kick jokes. The moment I come through the door, I'm ready to, you know what I mean? Get on it, get on one. You know what I mean? And kind of find out she was home. Her mom was on life support. They took her mom off life support. You know what I mean? So she took the rest of last week off. Then came in this Monday, and I could see it on her face that she went all the way here. That her mind ain't on work. Her mind is on her mom. You know, I went straight to her. After I clocked down, went straight to her, gave her a big hug, like, yo, I understand what you're going through. Keep your head up. God gonna see you through this. You know, we talked to everything. She told me, you know, they're gonna take her mom off life support Tuesday, which is today. I'm like, well, I thought they did that last. Like, no, she's brain dead, but they want to hold on for whatever reason longer. The grandma, which is my coworker, mom, decided to wait longer to take on life support. So they're doing it today, and it's like it's taking a big toll on the whole family. You know what I mean? It's taking a big toll on the whole family that they gotta go through this process. Everybody know dying is a part of life. Well, we losing a lot of good people. We losing a lot of good people that was meaningful in a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean? So I can tell all day that she wasn't really feeling her job. She had that I don't care attitude. You know, and me even me kicking little jokes that help lift her spirit, it wasn't doing no good. Like literally all the jokes I kicked with on a daily basis and new jokes, it wasn't doing no good trying to lift her spirits. You know, like when you lose someone close to you as your mom, the one that gave birth to you, the one that you let me see my manager is my coworker is 53. This somebody she's known for 53 years. 53 years she known this person, this her mother. That's a big pill to swallow. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a lot to lift somebody's spirit through that. You know what I mean? But I was still trying because we at work. This where you make your money. You know what I mean? Son just kept telling me to keep trying. You know, we had talks of all the memories she shared with her mom. I'm like, then that put me in my feeling. I'm like, damn, I missed out on a lot of that with my mom. You know what I mean? Like you know, I missed out on a lot of that. Then I ended up asking her an important question. I say, Did you ever in your 53 years of being alive, and your mama been in alive, has she ever given you a good job or anything of that nature? She's like, she thought about it, she's like, no, I never got a good job from my mom. I'm like, that don't make you feel some kind of way? You know, because that's a question I got. Like, that's why I feel some type of way, because, like, you know, even though my mom gave me up for adoption at 12 years old at 92, but the fact that I came back in her life years later should have meant something. You know what I mean? You know, the fact that I was the one there taking care of her in her sick bed, that thank you never came. That thank you, I appreciate you being for me. You know what I mean? Even with her own sister, my mom's sister lived right down the street from her. You know what I mean? A 30 minute to an hour walk, and couldn't take time to come over there every day and make sure my mom eat, make sure my mom bills are paid, make sure my mom got a shower on a regular basis. These are things that I did for my mom, and that thank you never came. That I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back in my life. Like it's a lot of thank yous that I want that a child want from their parents that I never got. You know what I mean? That would make this all more hard to deal with. You know what I mean? And that I do understand why we couldn't have certain conversations about like what happened back then. How did I end up in foster care? Why nobody put up a fight for me? I couldn't get answers back then and couldn't get answers now because my mom wasn't mentally there. My mom mind didn't elevate all the way to the top level. You know what I mean? And that hurts to know that. That really hurts to know that like a lot of conversations we couldn't have. She couldn't tell me her side of the story on how I ended up in foster care. She couldn't tell me why she wasn't looking for me the way her mother was before my grandma died. You know what I mean? Like a lot of questions I can't get answered. And that's something that plays on my mental a lot. Like there's a lot of answers I want, but everyone that can give me answers is in the grave. You know, my brother answered the question the best he could, but at the same time, my brother was a child like I was when all this happened, when I was in foster care, when I went into foster care. My brother was a child himself, so he understood then as a child, you know what I mean? So he can only express himself based on what he know back then, you know, but hearing it from the horse's mouth would have been a bit different. Like my mom, you know, my mom died with 4 grandkids. You know, only got to meet 2 or 4. Let me see. Yes, she met my daughter and she met my brother's son. She only got to meet 2 or 4 of her grandkids. Never said thank you for giving me 3 grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming back in my life in 2021. Like it's like I don't know. I just that really meant something to me. Like I cheat a lot of life that my mama never cheat. My mama never had her own business, never had a driver's license, never had a car. You know, never had her own apartment. If her mother did pass away, my mom would have stayed with her mother prior to the day she died. You know what I mean? Like it's just a lot. Like I cheat a lot in life. Like I've been married for my mom never been married. I cheat a lot in life that my mom never achieved. I have decent relationship with all 3 of my kids. That's something my mom didn't have. You know what I mean? We did for her because she had nobody else. We cared about her. The love was there, but the main reason we did what we was doing for her because we know she didn't have anybody else. You know what I mean? That's the reason that I stayed in Virginia after my brother passed because I know nobody's gonna step up to the plate and take care of my mom up until I went to jail. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. It's an all wild, crazy thing. I just do a lot of thinking. Like I get moments of thinking. My mind just wander. My mind wander places on a regular basis. Like it just hurt to know that. Wow. My coworker explained a little bit how she feel about never getting a good job or and it sounds appreciated, but her mom showed appreciation in other ways, and that's what I couldn't. That's what I learned to accept that my mom showed me appreciation in other ways, like by calling on a regular basis just to say what you doing. It was aggravating. It was aggravating 3-4 times a week. My phone ringing, I see my mom, and all she said, "What you doing?" You know what I mean? You could hear the smile in her voice, but like, as far as having a deep conversation with her, that never came to. You know what I'm saying? So that's one man for this holiday season. I'm not feeling Christmas this year. I'm going to my brother Gray's site, talking to vibe with him, and then I'm gonna go to my mom Gray's site. When I'm gonna go to the graveyard she's buried at, and everybody that went to the funeral, I'm gonna FaceTime them and see who can lead me to my mom Gray's site. I do know she don't have a tombstone as of yet. We still saving money for that. She'd have a big enough life insurance policy to cover the funeral and the tombstone. You know, so I'm trying to we save my money now to get that taken care of. Hopefully I can get that done before my time come for me to pass away, because I know my grandma been dead for years, and to this day she still have a tombstone, and I still don't know where she's buried. I know where the cemetery, but I don't know exactly where she's buried at. You know, so like it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot, but I'm making it through. I'm dealing with it the best I can. You know, but you know, um, so that's what I plan to be for Christmas. I'm going to my mom's grave site, and I'm going to my brother's grave site. I'm gonna do a live stream at my brother's grave site like I always do. You know, that's just a habit. You know, that's just a habit. Go out there and vibe with him and do my thing. A mom's grave site, I don't know. It'd be a lot of traffic. It'd be a lot of traffic in and out that graveyard. So there's a chance I might do a live stream there. There's a chance I might not do a live stream there because all the traffic be out there. It'd be a lot of traffic. And Christmas, that's a day that a lot of people be at the graveyard. You know, so I might go there. I might do a live stream. I might not. But I know I want to spend some time with both of them, because I still haven't had the time to pay my proper respect for my mom since she passed away. You know, a lot of people was upset with me that I didn't come to the funeral, even after they requested for me to come. But like I told them, if I'd known that I wouldn't have been in jail clothing and handcuffed and everything, if I'd known all of that, I would agree to come to my mom's funeral from jail. But nobody informed me of none of that. So it is what it is. I still had the opportunity to pay my respects to my mom, and that's what I plan to do. You know, that's what I plan to do. So we'll go from there. And go from there and go and make the best of it, you know. Help save this money to get my mama a tombstone, so I'm on that grind, you know, on top of making a living, you know what I mean? And we can go from there. It'll get done one way or another, you know. But I miss her a lot. Even though we wasn't all that close, but I still miss her, because that's my mom. That's the woman that gave birth to me. You know what I mean? That's the woman that gave birth to me, you know. So I really miss her a lot. You know, we couldn't talk much. Just all the things like taking her to a Monday to get a shot every Monday that control the schizophrenia. You know, taking her to a psychiatrist once every 3 months. All of that. I miss doing all that. Checking her food, KFC. You know, I haven't really ate KFC since she passed away. I don't think I've been in KFC since I've been out of jail. Like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in KFC. No, I ate. No, I'm lying. I ate KFC one time. I ate KFC. I think I ate KFC twice since I've been home. I think I ate KFC twice. You know what I mean? And it's just one of her favorite places, KFC and Chick-fil-A, was her two favorite restaurants. You know what I mean? I miss DoorDashing food for her. I miss coming to see her, and as soon as I leave and get through the tunnel, to head home, here she go calling, "Can you order me something to eat?" Like you couldn't think to ask her this when I was at your house. You had to wait until I get halfway home, and then talk about order you something to eat. You know, but you know, my mom did the things she did for whatever reason she did it for. You know, um, just miss a lot. Miss a lot. Miss going to pick up on a regular, bring her to my brother's house to hang out with her. You know, miss checking up on her. I wish there was some way I could hear her voice one more time. I know I got on a couple of my live stream, but I gotta do a lot of searching. I have to do a lot of searching on YouTube to find the videos that got her voice. You know, I gotta do a lot of searching, but you know, I want to do more than just look at the picture. You know, I got a lot of pictures of my mom. That's what I'm thankful for. All the memories that I had with my mom. I got a lot of memories on Facebook with my mom. A lot of pictures that I'm thankful to have. You know, but this has been a ride. This has truly been a ride. You know what I mean? Even taking her in the cancer facility. That took a big toll on me. You know what I mean? You know, but even going up there every day or every other day, around working a full-time job, running a business and working for my business, and still made time to go up there every day. You know, It still hurt me to know that we found out about her cancer the way that we found out. You know what I mean? Like she was like me. She would sit around in pain and won't say nothing. You know, take some old school remedies and clear it up. Sometimes it didn't clear it up. You know, and that's just what it was. But I really believe we would have found out sooner than stage 4. Things could have been handled a lot better than what it was. You know what I mean? Like we didn't find out until she was at stage 4. You know, and that's the downfall to it. You know, that's the scary part. We didn't find out about my brother or my mom having colon cancer until stage 4. That's what hurt the most. You know, like we didn't take heed or pay attention to the early signs, if there were any early signs. You know, and it's just sad to know. You know, but I did learn a lot from both experiences, from my brother passing away with colon cancer to my mom passing away with colon cancer. I did learn a lot. I did learn a lot, and the scary part about it is that it runs on both sides of my family. My dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family, colon cancer running the family. That's scary. That higher my chances of having colon cancer. That scares on no way. You know what I mean? Knowing that it runs on both sides of the family, not one side of the family, but both sides of the family. That's what hurts. That's what hurts, that we're born into families and don't know what we getting born into. Like we didn't ask to be on this earth, but we're here because two people had sex and led to a child and led to us. You know, we don't know what we getting, what kind of family we getting born into, what kind of disease running the family, what kind of cancer running the family, and whatnot. You know, like it's scared to know. It's scared to know. That's one of the things about life that's really unfair. You know what I mean? It's really unfair. You can't pick and choose your family, but I feel everybody should have a clean start once you're born. Clean start, no health issues, no nothing. You know what I mean? Let you make mistakes and develop your own health issues over the years to come. Not, oh, this was born in your gene, this is in your gene. You know, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right about life. My opinion, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair that we're born with all kind of disease and cancers that get handed down from generation to generation to generation. I don't think that's right at all. I don't. I mean, I feel like any disease or cancer should be like AIDS. You got to get out here and mess up to get it. Just like HIV, you can't catch HIV without having sex or without having sex with someone that got it. I feel that should be the same way with cancer and other diseases that we get diagnosed with on a daily basis. Just in my opinion. You know, I don't think that's right that go on in the world. That's just my opinion. But, you know, like I said, I'm not really feeling the holidays. You know, I'm not really feeling the holidays at all, but I made the best of it. I go to work, have a good time, kick it with my coworkers like nothing ain't wrong. You know what I mean? When people are good at hiding things, those are the ones that are really strong. When you can turn on and off what you're going through, that's a sign of someone really being strong. Like really, that's a sign of someone really being strong. You know, but I know how to turn things on and off, especially when it comes to making money. Yeah, I know how to put my feelings and everything on hold. You know, that's why I entertain every joke that come my way. That's why I entertain everything that somebody say to me. I entertain it when I'm at work because this is where I make my money. I ain't got time to sit running my feelings, looking sad. This is where I make my bread at. You know, like some of the young people in my job, what you doing for Christmas? What you and your family doing, man? Tell them I don't know. They're like, what? You know what I mean? You know, like some of the young people in my job got plans for their family, and I tell them, man, just keep living. Just keep living. You know, a lot of families don't get down the same way where we all make plans and stick with the plan. A lot of things like that don't go down in a lot of different families. You know, but like I told a lot of the young people in my job, this 16, 17, and 15, like, man, hey, keep living. Keep living. You gonna see what goes on. Keep living, you know. Keep living. In every family, there's always certain ones that's holding their family together. And once those certain ones pass away, all that holding the family together gonna disappear. You know, I mean, being real, you know. I came up with the same thing. My kids' grandmas, my two sons' grandmas used to have me with them every holiday. But as they passed away, and they have got real bad, we had to go to senior citizen facilities. And time my family sitting together, man, it's always a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of drama, a bunch of he say, she say. It comes to excuses when everybody say, let's get together. It always leads to a bunch of excuses. You know what I mean? But I'm making the best of the holiday. I'm making the best of it. Christmas almost here. You know, I don't think I'm buying anybody no gifts this year because I'm not getting no gifts. You know, My daughters ask me, what am I getting her for Christmas? I respond back, I don't know. What do you get me? She ain't text back yet. You know what I mean? That was 20 minutes ago. She ain't text back yet. You know, everybody used to be giving and giving and giving and not receive nothing in return. I'm not on that no more. I want to receive just as much as I give. You know, I always had a big heart towards my kids, but now that they grown, they should be willing to give as much as they receive. But everybody don't have that mindset. You know, everybody don't have that kind of mindset. But that's what I'm on. I give to them, they give to me. My nephew, I'm getting him a gift since he's underage, but once he turn 18, it'll be the same way. It'll be the same exact way. You know what I mean? Just how it is. Like the one is always giving. They get to that point where they get tired of giving and say, "Damn, when do I get to receive?" You know what I mean? They might not say it, but you know the ones that always giving, they get to the point where they get tired of giving so much. We'll just fall back and see who give them. So that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. You know what I mean? That's why I love my kids, but at the same time, they all grown. You know, they all in their 20s now. Thank you, Jesus. You know, but just a Christmas I'm not looking forward to. I'm pretty sure all the memories gonna pop up on Facebook on Christmas Day and have me in my feelings. You know, cause I was thinking about that last night at work. When the cover like this the weekend before Christmas. I'm like, what? I looked up like, oh shoot, this weekend before Christmas. That means that, you know, it's always been the Christmas before New Year's, the Christmas before Christmas, the weekend before Christmas has always been the weekend that we go shopping. Me, my brother, his wife jumping in Range Rover and take off. You know, it's always to the outlet, always. We going to spend about a good $1,000 altogether between what I spend plus what we buy for our mom, plus what he buy for his wife and buy for his son. Yeah, about a good $1,000 we spend in the outlet. You know, I spend 500, he spend 500 or better, because he like to spend. I don't. I set a limit. The limit for me is always 500. You know, I put in 50 on the gift for my mom, plus the 50 he puts. So that's 100 on her. Sometimes we end up spending 200 on her, so we do 100, then 400 to spend on myself. You know what I mean? That's how it's been since for the last few years. You know, and now this year, he ain't here to do that with. I mean, we was out there, boy, hey, tell me having a good time at the outlet, laughing, kicking jokes, looking at females, then go out to eat to a nice restaurant, going to store just to see who got what. You know, like we walk in Tommy, you see a jacket, hey, bro, you look nice in that jacket. You know, I go to H&M, hey, bro, you look nice in that suit. You know, we do stuff like that. That's what brothers do. We kick it like that. You know what I mean? We kick it like that, you know. Plus, you know, as soon as I get to the outlet, I gotta go to the Starbucks and get me a medicine ball. Anytime I get anywhere near a Starbucks, I got to go grab me a medicine ball. There's no hands down. You know, it's no hands down. I got to grab that medicine ball. But there's another one down here, and it is what it is. You know, I'm still gonna make the best of it. Go out and have a good time, and you know, might get me a little bottle and go to his grave site and just sit out there and sip on that. You know, but I know he didn't get to try that Douce. I don't think not around me he didn't. He didn't get to try that Douce, but you know, it might get me a little small bottle and then go out there and sip on it. You know what I mean? Or get me a small bottle of Hennessy. That's our favorite drink. That's our favorite drink, Hennessy. You know what I mean? So, I go out there and vibe with him, sip on that, and play some of this new music. Cause man, I know he like, well, hey, I know there's a lot of songs out there he would love right now. Like Raw Wave, new music. I know he'd have been on Apple Music jamming that right now. I know he'd have been, what, that new Raw Wave? Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to say, is it a whole album or is it just a single? Is it a whole album or is it a single? Cause I know he on one single. Oh, it's just one single. It's just one song that Rod Wave got out. So he ain't got a new album yet. It's just one song. So that means he probably working on another album. Wow. Like that T Greasy, that song, T Greasy featuring Rod Wave. I rock with that habit, you know. I rock with that habit. I rock with that habit. What? But I rock that new T Greasy habit. Like I rock with that red habit, that new T Greasy. Like I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that T Greasy, you know. But I might get off here so I can get to work. It's already 7 o'clock. So it's time to head to the bag and get to the bag, you feel me? But yeah, I ain't really feeling the holidays this year. I'm about to join that Raw Way 25. Am I saying the right thing? Yeah, 25. Yeah, I should check that song out. That's a hard song. If you a Rod Wave fan, if you a Rod Wave fan like I am, go to YouTube and listen to 25. Go to YouTube and listen to 25. I'm gonna play it on Apple Music. Am I saying right? 25, turn to your life. Am I getting? Yeah, 25. That's on the last lap. That's on. That's on the last lap album. Rod Wave got a song called 25. Y'all go check that thing out. Go check that out. That thing pressure. That thing pressure. I'm gonna play it once I get my I got my AirPods in. This is how I'm going to work. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Homeless single lady. How you doing? I was just about to get off here and go to work. You know, I gotta head to work, but you know, I ain't got my bike right now. I got a flat tire. Every time I let one of my coworkers hold my bike to go to the smoke shop up the road, they bring it back with a flat tire. And today I supposed to get up and really got it fixed, but I didn't. So tomorrow, soon as I get off my day job, I'm gonna go to the tire shop next door and get it to pump it back up for me. That way I gotta take a 30-minute walk to Wawa to get air in the tire. But you know, but I'm about to head to work. Gotta go work tonight, and hopefully got my feelings. You know, y'all just keep me lifting y'all prayer. Got a lot on my mind. Like I said, this is the second Christmas without my brother. This is the first Christmas without my mom. That's really taking a toll on me. It's really taking. See, I ain't got no haircut. Barely want to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Barely, again, I don't mind living rough sometimes. And sometimes you just how I go. You know what I mean? But y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I'll go live again. My next off day is DJ Perry back on song. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So my next off day is Thursday. So I go live again Thursday night. Sometimes I'm going to Instagram and find a topic. You know, I might talk about that Diddy documentary that 50 Cent did. You know what I mean? I know I'm gonna cover that and share my thoughts on everything he's saying is not true. So y'all go check that out and tell me how y'all feel about that Thursday night when I go live. You know, but I'm about to get up out of here. I will see y'all my next live stream. And on my break, I'm gonna finish my watch later session tonight. While I'm on my hour lunch break. I will get that done tonight. I think I got another 13 videos on my watch later session to watch. So I will run through those 13 videos tonight. You know. Like I always say, that's my TV every day. Watching YouTube content, that's my TV. I'd rather watch reality than just all these TV shows where people trying to win money. You know, it don't work like that in life, so that's why I don't watch it. A lot of TV shows I don't get into nowadays. But I get out of here. Y'all be blessed, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your week.